Bitcoin, once dismissed as a fringe experiment, has now crossed an unimaginable milestone, $100,000. But how did we get here, and what does this mean for you? Bitcoin's journey began in 2009, a digital currency created to challenge traditional finance. Over the years, it has experienced wild price swings, dismissed by skeptics and embraced by believers. Now, it just hit $100,000, a number that not only represents financial success, but also a psychological triumph. As Warren Buffett once called Bitcoin rat poison, many dismissed it. But now, as it soars past $100,000, it's clear that Bitcoin has proven its doubters wrong. Since its inception, Bitcoin has risen over 18 million%, making it the best performing asset of the past decade. That's more than 10 times the return of the S&P 500. The idea of Bitcoin started with its mysterious creator, Satoshi Nakamoto, whose vision was to create a decentralized currency free from government control. Over the years, Bitcoin has seen pivotal moments: the infamous Mt. Gox hack, the Silk Road saga, and the introduction of institutional-grade custody solutions. Each event tested the resilience of Bitcoin and the faith in its community. Some argue that Bitcoin represents a new standard for monetary systems, one that prioritizes decentralization and trust in mathematics over the reliance on governments. This narrative has resonated particularly in nations experiencing currency crises and massive inflation, such as Venezuela, Zimbabwe, where Bitcoin is often used as a hedge against hyperinflation. So, what pushed Bitcoin over the edge? First, institutional adoption. Major companies have added Bitcoin to their balance sheets, even like Tesla. Financial giants like BlackRock, Fidelity have started to embrace it, and the approval of Bitcoin ETFs has made it more accessible than ever. Then there's the global economic climate. Inflation fears and currency instability have made decentralized assets like Bitcoin increasingly attractive. And let's not forget, the limited supply of just 21 million Bitcoin creates a scarcity that fuels its value. Retail investors have also played a significant role. With the advent of user-friendly apps and platforms, everyday people can now buy fractions of Bitcoin with as little as $10. Social media platforms, influencers, even meme culture have amplified Bitcoin's reach, introducing it to younger generations as a modern alternative to traditional savings and investments. The role of Bitcoin in macroeconomic environment cannot be overstated. It has emerged as a hedge against inflation, especially in countries facing economic turmoil. Bitcoin's ability to transcend borders is another unique aspect. Unlike fiat currencies tied to specific nations, Bitcoin operates as a global currency, accessible to anyone with an internet connection. This universality makes it particularly useful for remittances, where people can send money across borders without high fees associated with traditional banks and services like Western Union. For many, Bitcoin represents financial freedom in its purest form. This milestone is a huge win for early adopters, investors, and those who held through all the volatility. The rise of Bitcoin has also fueled a shift in the financial world, with many professionals moving from trading finance to crypto. But it hasn't been without its challenges. Governments are increasing regulatory pressure, worried about the impact of Bitcoin on monetary policy. Environmental concerns about Bitcoin mining and its energy consumption also remain a very hot topic. Bitcoin's success has also inspired a cultural shift. It's no longer just like a financial asset, it's a symbol of decentralization and freedom and resistance to traditional systems. Countries like El Salvador have adopted it as legal tender, while individuals around the world use it for cross-border remittances. Bitcoin is influencing how we think about money. Its cultural significance is seen in how it has inspired the entire ecosystem. Bitcoin ATMs are now appearing in major cities worldwide. Conferences and communities dedicated to crypto education are on the rise, bringing together developers, enthusiasts, and financial experts. It's a grassroots movement and one that bridges finance and technology in unprecedented ways. For businesses, Bitcoin has opened new opportunities. Companies are increasingly adopting Bitcoin as payment, with some even offering employees the option to receive salaries in Bitcoin. This isn't just about embracing a trend, but recognizing Bitcoin's potential as a global medium of exchange. As more businesses adopt Bitcoin, it brings us closer to a world where cryptocurrencies are part of everyday transactions. Bitcoin influences extend into the philanthropic world as well. Many charities and nonprofits now accept Bitcoin donations, enabling contributors to give directly, without intermediaries and often with lower fees. This model has revolutionized the way that donations flow, especially in crisis situations where time and efficiency are critical. Bitcoin's relationship with governments is evolving. While some nations have started to embrace it, others remain skeptical or outright hostile. China has cracked down on cryptocurrency mining and trading, citing concerns over financial stability. Meanwhile, the United States continues to grapple with how to regulate Bitcoin without stifling innovation. This tension highlights Bitcoin's dual role as both an asset of empowerment and a challenge to traditional financial order. Generational appeal is another key factor driving Bitcoin's adoption. Millennials and Gen Z see Bitcoin as more than an investment. They see it as a statement of independence from traditional systems that have often failed them. In a world where student debt is soaring, wages stagnant, and homeownership feels out of reach for so many, Bitcoin offers a sense of hope and control over financial futures. It's not just about profits, it's about empowerment. So, what happens next? In the short term, many predict that Bitcoin's price could rise even higher. Some analysts talk about $1 million Bitcoin or a $10 million Bitcoin in the next decade. But with its history of volatility, sharp corrections are always a possibility. In the long term, Bitcoin is solidifying its role as a digital gold, a store of value that could replace traditional safe havens. The ecosystem around Bitcoin, from decentralized finance to the Lightning Network, is growing rapidly, creating more use cases and adoption. And there's also the question of competition, as other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum and Solana are on the rise. How does Bitcoin maintain its dominance? Its simplicity and focus on being a store of value might be its strongest asset in a crowded market of highly specialized projects. At the same time, Bitcoin's first mover advantage and global brand recognition provide it with a level of resilience that few other cryptocurrencies can manage. For individual investors, Bitcoin's rise is both exciting and cautionary. Yes, the potential for massive gains is there, but so are the risks. The lesson here? Stay informed, do your research, and invest only what you're willing to lose. Historically, the most successful Bitcoin investors are those who simply bought and held and avoided the temptation to trade. Another critical point is diversification. While Bitcoin dominates the crypto market, other cryptocurrencies offer unique features and use cases. Ethereum, for example, powers smart contracts and decentralized applications, while stablecoins aim to bridge the gap between crypto and traditional finance. A well-rounded portfolio could balance Bitcoin's high-risk, high-reward nature with the steadiness and more stable assets. It's also entirely possible that crypto is just another tulip market, so I would keep crypto overall as a small part of your total portfolio and invest more heavily in stocks and ETFs that have real companies backing it. As Bitcoin adoption grows, so does the need for understanding how it works. Governments, businesses, and individuals all must learn about the security risks, the opportunities that come with Bitcoin. Initiatives to teach blockchain technology and cryptocurrency basics are already underway, but there's a long way to go to achieve widespread understanding. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, Bitcoin crossing $100,000 is a moment that will go down in financial history. The question now is, are you ready for what's next? This isn't just about Bitcoin. It's about a paradigm shift in how we perceive value, money, and freedom. The world is watching, and whether Bitcoin continues to climb or faces new challenges, its impact is undeniable. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below telling me if you think Bitcoin will go to $1 million next. All right, I'll see you next time.